I can barely hear. Hold on. Put one in the chat if you can hear me, y'all. Yes, I got the gum. I don't care. I got the gum today. All right, put one in the chat, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me because I got these earphones on and they're broken. Helito. Helito Kizzy. Hey, Walter. Yes, I got the gum, y'all. Like I said, I don't care. Got my little hair thingies, too. Oh, my other one. You can hear me? Okay, great. I got the little hair thingies. I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm just wandering around. Hey, Carlene. Yeah, so this is a new park. Y'all know I like to explore different parks. Oh snap! It's like this big, a big mound. Lita, Toya. You see this here? So this is kind of like tucked into. Hey, Shivi. So this is kind of. You see they got the steps in it too. So this is kind of tucked in a residential area. I'm in Virginia, Northern Virginia, y'all. You need some help making regalia? Do you know anyone that teaches online? No, that's a good class. I'm gonna see if I can connect you with someone. There's a couple of people who make jewelry, but I don't know about regalia. So we're gonna find out, right? You at work? Oh, okay. I honestly don't know which this is. This is a part of Andrew something Park in Virginia, Northern Virginia. Yeah, so hopefully I can get someone to teach. I have a book that teaches you how to make certain things like moccasins and stuff, but I've never used it, so I can't act like I'm the expert with that. I can see if I can get somebody on here to do that. Lita, Derek. And I know this is lunchtime for people on the East Coast. Oh, that's a big, is that a crystal? Y'all know crystals just be laying about in Virginia. No, it's a stone. Yeah, so I just wanted to, oh, this is beautiful. Let me show y'all. I know I sound like I'm all over the place, but I haven't been, y'all know I need my nature. I haven't been out in nature for a while. And I was trying to use my new gimbal on here to make it steady so it won't look all shaky and stuff. Lita Mama Red. But it wasn't working out. I was out here for half an hour messing with that thing, looking foolish. It was getting hot, so I'm like, let me put it back and let me go into the canopy of the trees and cool down. I got my water and stuff too. But yeah, let's talk about the spirituality. Y'all want me to talk about spirituality and things. Let's talk about nature. So one of the things that the Europeans did when they came here, this don't look like the Land Before Time over here. I'm sorry, let me let y'all see all this fern. Y'all remember the Land Before Time, that cartoon with the dinosaurs and stuff? I remember they had all that fern they were eating. Yeah. So one of the things, let me get back to it. One of the things that the Europeans did when they came here was to encourage the burning or the tearing down of our forest. If you look at a lot of the records from the Virginia Company, because they have extensive records, and like I told y'all before, none of them records say one word of Africa on it. There's no documentations of any Africans. Okay, so those records go until 1670. There's no records of Africans, but I'm off the subject. So one of the things that they did when they came here was to get rid of our forests. You look at the old records, they talk about how dense the forests were. And of course, they couldn't beat us in the forests, right? Because we had what they call a guerrilla style of warfare. Now nowadays, they try to attribute that to the Asians, right? They talk about Vietnam War, the Viet Cong, as they call them. And they talk about how they use that guerrilla warfare tactic, but that's what we were doing, and we were winning, right? That's before they tore down a lot of our forests, and before they, indoctrinated people with religion and all that, paying taxes to them or whatever. It's supposed to post. Oh, I am so sorry. This is just an impromptu, and I would have posted if I didn't get distracted with that technology, that stupid gimbal. But I'm gonna get that together. Gapo, cousin, Davida. Thank you. Y'all always love my little crazy sunglasses. So, whew, oh goodness, there's a whole bunch of forks in the road. I'm going a path more walked. But so the thing that they did was they took away our forests. So in our forest, we have a lot of power here, okay? If you listen to a lot of the old tales from our oral history, from our ancestors, they call it mythos, but we had tiny people who lived in the woods. They call them Nikomos, okay? Those are like, it's gonna sound weird, but in Europe they call them fairies, but we call them Nikomos. And like I told y'all before, y'all watched the 13 Thanksgivings. We had that whole month around December time for the Nikomos. And that was, we give gifts to everyone, and that was like our Christmas celebration. So Christmas is kind of a remix of Nikomos, because what we did, we'd gather with families and we would give gifts and things like that, okay? And have a feast. So in the forest, these people used to live, and they used to protect the medicine here. So when you go out in nature, a lot of stuff looks like weeds and trash and things like that, but they're really medicine. Like even those ferns have a medicinal property. In Virginia, we have a lot of yarrow. I'm gonna see if I can find some. Ironically, ain't no yarrow out here, but they're like a little white flowers that you'll see in bushes. Those have a lot of medicinal properties. Things like the tree bark, the oak tree bark, like I told y'all before, the white oak. I don't want to go over there. Let me see if I can find a white oak, because it's like white oaks are like everywhere. The white oak, let me show y'all. The bark has medicinal properties. You can use these as astringent, use them to heal wounds. All right, even this moss down here has medicinal properties. The medicine people used to make medicine with those. Okay, and you can usually tell whether it's a white oak by this white little stuff that's on it. And you see how the tree bark is, right? And they're kind of, see, they're rough compared to that over there, and that's a birch. Birch kind of peels off. Right, yeah, the pine needle tea, cousin. That pine needle tea is golden right now. That will boost your immune system and give you vitamin C. All right, even the bark here, this is a birch. They used to make what they call Birch Beer now with it, just like they use the sassafras to make root beer. Okay, we would make teas and beverages with the tree bark, and it was medicinal. Medicinal. I'm sorry, I said bull. So those were healed, like sassafras. Our elders say it's kind of like a fountain of youth. Keeps them young. So our ancestors, y'all know how they say, so-called black and don't crack, right? Y'all go to other places like Africa, a lot of that stuff is cracking. Okay, I'm just saying, people in Europe, ones that've been in Europe for generations, they cracking because they don't have the herbal remedies and teas that we used over here. So once generation after generation uses a certain herb, that gets locked into your DNA, okay? So that's why we're different. Things that, like our hair, it's different. People have pointed that out. Some of us might have a similar hair texture to people in Africa or Australia, but because of their herbs, that our ancestors used on our hair grows faster than people in those areas. And our hair is softer in texture. Okay, there's a difference between type, like the curl size, and the texture, right? And that's not to insult people. There's not wrong with having a different texture of hair. I got my hair wraps from a Cherokee brother at the Shinnecock powwow. What is his name? Tally something. I'll put it in the description box. And he's on Facebook, and y'all can hit him up for it. Yes, please check out the pine needle tea video. Thank you. You said my hair is nice. Pretty eyes, you said you're in DC. There's so much to see. My family is in Fredericksburg and King George, and they know the roots of it all. Yeah, so to have them take you out, and these forests are like magical out here, I'm telling you. You don't see many of our people out here and just enjoying the nature. You see everybody else, you know. Yeah, birch beer and root beer comes from here, from the tree barks. You said, I remember my great-grandmother would take me out in the woods and she would pick bags of moss off the tree. I was little and I didn't know why she picked it. Right, it's medicine. And they use it for protection too, certain rituals and things that our ancestors had. Thank you, y'all. Yeah, please share the video out, y'all. Please like it. Get the likes up. We got 18 likes so far, 31 people in the chat. The likes help other people see the videos. Okay, the likes help other people see the videos. Okay, here's a pine tree, but see what they do here is they cut off the limbs that are low, I guess, so people won't get injured. So it's hard, some places you can't get the pine needles, but you gotta learn the trees. And usually these trees around this time, they get ready for sap. Okay, you see that white stuff? That's the sap. Thank you, Mingoism, for the super chat. Appreciate y'all. You said you were thinking about moving DC. Is it safe? Does it have an opportunity for employment? DC now is way safer than it used to be. I'm telling you, just 5 years ago, it's way safer. People actually moved to DC for the employment opportunities. So if you have a degree or whatever, it's going to be easy to find a job, especially dealing with government contractors. A lot of them are employing people. They have a lot of nonprofits here as well. So there's a lot of employment. And then now we have Amazon that's here. So a lot of people started working for Amazon. Can you help with my third eye? Coming from church world, I have been having strange things happen to me. Oh, so you're already having, if you're having a lot of strange things like visions or weird dreams and stuff, that means your third eye is already starting to open. If you want to open it more, use the herbs, pine needle tea, ginger tea. You can also get MSM, which they say is for joints and things, but it's basically a cleanser of fluoride. So stop using fluoride toothpaste. But if you take the MSM, you can take it like in your orange juice in the morning. You won't even remember it. Probably like a teaspoon of it. Start with a teaspoon and keep building up. And you're definitely going to see changes. Okay, MSM is not that expensive. I think you can get a bag for like a big pound of it, probably for like $25 or something. And that pound will last you years. So. Are you going to be at the Black Indians NC Powwow in September? Yeah, definitely going to be there. Sun gazing, yep, and grounding. Another thing, grounding. So I don't know if I'm going to do the video or not. I was going to do the video talking about the bonnets, right? We know Monique got on the sisters for wearing bonnets out the house, okay? I got mixed feelings about it. Like, I personally don't wear bonnets out the house, but who am I to tell somebody else not to wear bonnets out the house? It's not my business, especially if they just rush into the store and then coming home. I can understand what she's talking about, the airport. If they're wearing pajamas and bonnets at the airport, I mean, that's their bit. I believe it's their business, but I also understand what she's saying. You know, have being presentable, because that's how my grandma, my mom, my dad, everybody don't walk out of the house looking crazy. That's what they tell you. Well, that's just my family. He said, what I use to make my hair appear more straight? My hair is naturally I have 3C hair, so it's gonna, let's see, but it's kinky, so you see when the sweat, the edges come up. But I use my own grease that I made on my website. I got to get the website back running because I told y'all I got hacked. So it's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. But that grease has a lot of the herbs that our ancestors used for our hair care. It helps the hair and the scalp. Also, you can use aloe vera. My aunt, her hair is very long. She has thicker hair than I do. But she swears by aloe vera, and it helps your hair grow too. So she always used to cut her hair down to 1 inch, and then by the end of the year, her hair is all the way down her back. So she used some of those herbs that I put in the grease, and she also the Indian hemp, and she also somebody's dog was out here, and she also uses the aloe vera. Gel. You can buy the gel, or you can actually buy aloe vera plant and break the leaves off. But I feel bad when I break the leaves off. I feel like I'm hurting the plant. So I could try to get the gel. They never tell you not to wear a bonnet. Right, and my thing is, like, y'all had the whole 90s, y'all had the whole early 2000s of men walking around with these do-rags on, and nobody said not a goddamn thing, okay? So now y'all want to be talking about bonnets. Where was you, Monique, when all these guys would walk around like Nelly and them with these do-rags on? Right? Even Bill Cosby ain't say nothing about no do-rags. He talking about pants sagging, but nobody was talking about do-rag. Right, and they still wear do-rags. Nobody say nothing about them wearing do-rags and wife beaters. Wife beaters is an undershirt. That's basically pajamas too. So it's a double standard. So back to grounding. I saw somebody talking about grounding. The bonnets, actually wearing the bonnets help you energetically be grounded. I know it sounds crazy, right? So you have a bonnet, a head covering, a head scarf, a hijab, a head wrap. It keeps you grounded. So with women, a lot of our energy comes out of our crown, the top of your head. So if you got a wig on, even the wigs, you got something covering your head, it keeps your energy within your body, and it takes your energy where it's supposed to go to spiritually, to protect certain parts of your body, to protect you from negative energy, from energy vampires, you know, and things like that, and attacks. What'd you say, Gio? All right, bonnets helping you protect your spiritual energy. Thank you, Cherokee Rose. So you are, but say thank you to nature or something, give thanks. But it's okay to use plants and give thanks. Yeah, you're right. I give thanks like out in nature. I left my dang tobacco in the car, but you can leave tobacco if you're going to take tree bark or things like that. So nature appreciates it. In our tradition, most people will leave a little bit of tobacco out in nature. But nature also, just being in here under you see all these trees, canopy of trees. I don't know where I'm going, y'all, because I'm going to turn it back in a minute. Even being in these canopy of trees is a grounding, right? Even if I got my shoes on, you're still being grounded. Okay, if you take your shoes off, I wouldn't suggest walking on pebbles and stuff, this pebble path I'm on. But if you take your shoes off and you're walking on grass and something that you can actually see, the dirt in the ground is not any glass or nothing in it, then you can ground that way. as well. Right, nature cleanses you, and I felt it right when I walked in the canopy of trees. Now, another thing that our ancestors had all these trees for is in the summertime. Like right now, it's like 86 degrees out there. But when you're in the woods, it's very cool and relaxing and calming. Okay? So that's another thing that to use the nature for. It's a good place to come and meditate. Just coming out and taking a walk, that's gonna, exercise for your body, exercise for your mind, and it's grounding, right? Tree shade. So, in trees as well, some of us, you can get downloads, right, from the Great Spirit. You get certain information. It helps you think better. Oh, what the heck is that? Hold on, let me show you. What is this? I've never seen nothing like this. What is that? What in the cocoon is going on? This is like a turtle shell up here on this tree. What is that, y'all? This looks crazy. Do y'all see that? Can y'all see it clear? This looks so weird. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this later. I don't want that to jump. What the heck is that? You think Bigfoot lives up in there? It's like it looks like a tree. It's not a beehive because it's actually tree bark. It's like tree material. That looks crazy, right? No, it's not a nest because you can see the tree bark on it. It's a part of the tree or some other tree attached to this tree. That looks crazy, y'all. And that's an oak tree. So like I told y'all, ooh, let me turn it back to me because I'm getting a little spooked out. Like I told y'all before, if y'all go back and watch that Harriet Tubman video, I know some of y'all don't like, the Nigerian actress on there. But I dropped a lot of jewels about the oak tree. And the oak tree is very prevalent. The white oak tree is very prevalent in that movie, okay? They use it to give y'all messages. Okay, so the oak tree is very spiritual in our woodland cultures, especially over here in the Tidewater area. Tidewater just means on the East Coast, the coastline. Shimachukma, how you doing? So that was crazy. Yeah, keep it moving, right. It looks scary. I'm like, the predator, something gonna jump out of there? I don't know what was in there. It looked like something, I don't know. That looked crazy. I'm gonna have to come back and take a picture after I get off the live, but that was weird. But yeah, check out that video. I forget what I entitled it. Something about Harriet Tubman movie. Just search TashaXi Harriet Tubman movie and check it out. Hey, wild Indian roots. I wonder why they ate red clay and dirt. What it does, it's a detox, Davita. When you eat clay, the bentonite clay, the Indian healing clay, that was a bunch of children, or the red clay, it's a detox. Now nowadays, it's a lot of metals and stones and glass, and you got to be careful where you get the clay from, like in nature. So it's probably better to order it. We coming to Galveston Juneteenth. So June 18th, 19th, and 20th, y'all. So get your tickets on nograndmakillers.com, or you can search on Eventbrite. But we have the link from Eventbrite if you feel comfortable with that on nograndmakillers.com. So we're gonna turn up. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, it's a nice little bridge. I'll let those kids pass. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun in Galveston. Galveston is like right on the water. It's like right near a beach area. I don't know what they call it, a beach town area. They have like a Ferris wheel and a little fair type of thing, kind of like Atlantic City Boardwalk there. So it's definitely gonna be fun. Yeah, these kids loud. Yeah, it does. It said, look, a giant kneecap. That's what it looked like. It looks crazy. It's not a hornet's nest. I don't know if they turned it. Oh, thank you. This is the medicine wheel, right? We're out in nature, and right there in the middle, that's you. You're supposed to be keeping the balance. It's the medicine wheel. Peace, real rap. Yeah, it's a pier. You're right. So we're gonna be on the water. Our location. I think we're having 2 locations, and we're definitely gonna be in the water probably for both of them. So I don't know if y'all are gonna bring something to get in the water or just look like I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be looking. We're gonna have fun. It's like a little tiki hut type of. Oh, let me let y'all see the water here. Yes, it should be good. You coming, Davita? This is the bridge that the children were down here playing. So, water. Let's talk about water. Sukihana. Now, y'all know there's a rapper now called Sukihana, right? But Sukihana in the Algonquin language means water, wet. It's like a god, right? We equivalent water to God in the woodland culture. So wet, water god. So when they say suki now, what you think they talking about? Suki now. So suki means wet. You said, wow, yeah, wet. That's what they saying when they say suki now. She got that, okay, children watching. She got that suki now. That's what they say. People, they see the old people, they keep stuff alive. They don't even know what they're saying. So y'all can look it up. Sukihana means water, river, wet. Okay. Y'all laughing? Oh my goodness. Yeah, not many people know it because they don't really know the language like that, right? They don't study the language. And watch somebody else say and act like they made it up or they already knew it. Y'all know how people do. They don't like to give me credit. They like to act like they know everything already. I'll get my information from research and the ancestors, right? He said, my dad's first cousin told me that the beach in Galveston is beautiful. Yes, cousin Tasha, me and Bill are going to be there with Carter's Creations. Okay, yes, please check out Carter's Creations, y'all. I was so mad I missed out on their grits. I was doing people's genealogy or whatever, but I missed out on their grits in Philadelphia. Oh my goodness, the food is, now Bill is a chef. Bill Carter is a professional chef, and Davita Carter is an ancestral chef. she know how to get in that kitchen. So y'all got to check them out. Please support them. If you're in the Atlanta area, you can support. Do you have a website? Put your website up so that they can order catering from you guys. I'm telling you, some people come out just for Carter's Creations. I'm serious. People was looking for y'all in Philly. Yeah, so the Carters came out. We really appreciate them. They had a lot of, some things happening in their family, some tragedies and things, and they still came out for us, and we really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. We wish we could have done more. We could have came and picked y'all up, but y'all was, you already had things. I guess you had stuff going on, so. Yeah, suck it now. So y'all know what they talking about, right? It's like the hoochie coochie. Remember we broke that down a couple years ago. Hoochie. Maybe I should do a video on that stuff. Yeah, we broke that down on Facebook a while ago. The hoochie coochie man, right? The reason why they call it coochie, that's from the Muskogee language. So our elders weren't just saying gibberish. People act like our elders were saying they were speaking Muskogee, they were speaking Algonquin. You said they make a charcoal product for hygiene. Yes, charcoal, that's what we used to use too. We use charcoal to brush our teeth, right? Europeans didn't brush their teeth and stuff. We'll take the charcoal from the fires. You can use your hand. I don't know if they had toothbrush or they used the little tips of the trees. Y'all know back in the days, in the 90s, it was popular, right? Like in New York and New Jersey. Even DC, they used to have them sticks. Dudes used to have, ooh, what is this? Oh, it's the water park. Okay. The dudes used to walk around with them stupid sticks in their mouth, chewing on it, right? You know, some of the sticks were miswak, which comes from the Muslim tradition, from the Sunnis. Well, they said that the Prophet Muhammad used to chew on the miswak to clean his teeth, which he did. And that culture, it is like a toothbrush, right? But we also had it, let me turn around. I'm trying to go to the water park with the children. But we also had it here with the men would chew on the sticks. Like if they're going out and hunting and stuff, they would chew on the sticks to cleanse their teeth. I'm not sure which stick it is. I have to find that out for y'all. But you can dip it into the charcoal after you don't chew the edges. I'm not gonna do it. But after you chew the little tips of the thing and you make it frayed, you can dip it in the charcoal and use it as a toothbrush to brush your teeth out. Okay, so if y'all in nature, y'all can try that. So it's good to know these things in case you have a survival or shift situation, right? Or you're going camping and you forgot your toothbrush. Things like that. And I have spiritual, you know, let me put this down for a second. Cleanliness, right? The church said cleanliness is next to godliness. That's, you know, part of nature, being clean, being purified, things like that. We know they didn't do that. The church in Europe did not clean themselves. So I don't know what they talking about. Right? You got hemp, and yeah, we have hemp here. We have hemp out here. These vines, hemps and things like that. You said you can't send a super chat video, Glenn. It's okay. You can send a Cash App later if you really want to donate, or you can just watch. It's cool. If you don't have a donation for me today, that's fine. I'm not Umar. I'm not gonna say donations, gifts. I'm not gonna be mad at y'all. I appreciate people just watching and sharing the video. Y'all can share the video for free. Let everybody see this information. I'm not familiar with Chief Hoyter. I'm not. You said shots fired. You said, did they use sticks to brush your? Yeah, they use sticks to brush your teeth. Yeah, you can't just use. Well, you can use any stick. You really can use any stick. You're not really gonna get poisoned by the trees, but it's certain sticks that had the medicine in it, right? Probably birch. I would try birch because they got the little kind of licorice taste to it. Okay, I'm trying to remember which way I came. So they had like a licorice taste. I don't even remember walking up down the hill. Yeah, so all this stuff in nature, all this stuff. And I know a lot of y'all rake leaves too. You don't have to rake the leaves because if you leave the leaves there, it's like a fertilizer to the earth too. So I don't know. People do it just for appearances nowadays. Anyway. So there's natural soaps people use with tubers. Yeah, tuck-a-hoe. That's what it's called. It's called tuck-a-hoe. That is the Powhatan language. It's like a tubular. It's like it's kind of like a potato, I would say. But they would take that. They could make soaps with that. They would make bread with it. What else do they make? Cut it up like potatoes, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, put leaves in your compost. Hemp was used before cotton. Right, yeah, we had hemp growing here. Right. So hemp is like same family as marijuana too. We had hemp and marijuana in Virginia. So like you said, they'll make stuff with it. We use it to make ropes and things. The women would use it to tie the houses together. Right? Yep. And of course that it was smoked in ceremony. People didn't just smoke weed every day like they Nate Dogg. It was used in ceremony for healing. And like I was telling y'all, the Indian hemp, we used it in our hair products and soaps and things too. Right. Yeah, I think our problem today is overconsumption of things, right? So we're having environmental issues, having mental issues, physical issues, financial issues, overconsumption in our community. Child, that that hill just took me out. Let me take a seat at the bench. I told you I haven't been out in a minute. Seriously, think I'm getting asthma. My grandma has asthma. I think I'm getting asthma in my age. Yeah, we use it in special occasions. Right, cousin? Tahatan. Yeah. Take a seat and talk to y'all for a minute. We overindulge in things that's meant to be done in moderation. Right. Overconsumption, that's a spell. A spell. Consumerism. That's what they want, right? It's imbalance. They want the people in balance, so they're distracted. Right? If you got your bonnet on, if you got your head wrapped, your head scarf, right? The bandanas. We used to wear bandanas too. We used to wear head wraps, men and women. They can't really tap into your energy like they want to. So that's probably why they mad too. They want y'all to take your bonnets off. They want y'all to take your do-rags off so they can vamp your energy. Yep. Wow, oregano is good for respiratory issues. Right. I think, isn't oregano from the Mediterranean? So here we use mullein. We have mullein here. And I think yarrow is good for asthma too. Yarrow, you can use the pine needle. That helps with that too. So that's why that's why I suggested pine needle let's say oil or all. That's why I suggested the pine needle tea for people who are having issues with the, you know what I'm talking about, with the germ that they put out, right? Peace, Tony. Eucalyptus, peppermint. Yeah, peppermint, spearmint, we had that here too. It's a native plant. Protect your antennas. Right. Mullein. We actually saw some mullein growing out of the mounds at Etowah in Georgia. The Etowah mounds, or the Etowah, whichever way you want to say it. Etowah. Okay. And that word is actually a Quiche Mayan word, right? So they try to act like we didn't migrate from there, but why we got names like Etowah? That's Quiche Mayan. Some of these Powhatan words, I was telling, did I tell y'all in the class? I might have to, when I do the update, I'm going to tell folks. Some of the Powhatan words are Mayan as well. Quiche Mayan and Nahal birds. It grows wild, yes. We have dandelions out in nature, right? You use that as a detox as well. It'll help you cleanse yourself spiritually too. Pine needles is a protector spiritually. I don't know what that was. You said the tree got a mole, huh? I don't know. I think I'm near that creepy tree. That's why I heard. I felt like I heard something, but it's probably a bird. Oh my goodness! Oh, Thunderbird, protect me. They named a private school after Mullen. Oh, okay. And then, some people took that surname on too, Mullen. You said you caught it? Hey. What's in Houston? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's in Houston. I know Top Cats is having a powwow there next year in March. It's going to be on a yacht. I like the yacht parties, so I'm gonna try to come out to that. All right. You said the chat is on fire. You've been in here every day learning and building. You've been here soaking up that knowledge and giving knowledge as well. I love y'all in the chat because y'all be giving knowledge. right? Some of the things I'm out here on the fly, so I can't remember everything. So he said, Tasha, your energy is feminine and vibrates so strong and very attractive. Thank you, Indig. I appreciate it. Yes, the Etowah Mounds. It's a Mayan word. Etowah's a Mayan word. Is the Powhatans having one? Because I'm in Richmond now. Oh, you're in Richmond now, for real? Cousin? Okay. And I would love to make one. Um, I don't think they're having any this year. They usually have theirs in May. The Mattapanai usually have, Pamunkey don't have powwows. They think they big time now, right? Because they got the casino coming. They don't really have powwows. But the Mattapanai and the Upper Mattapanai usually have theirs in May. I go to those ones. Probably next year, because I didn't hear anything about this May. The Nansemond, I believe, is supposed to be having one in September. I'll try to find, when I find this information, I'll post it in the community board. That's why you got to subscribe, y'all, so you can see the community board, because we post a lot of good stuff on there. Peace be smooth. You said you from Tuscaloosa? Okay. You name it. In Houston, I got it. Okay, yeah, Houston's going to have that, the powwow next year in March 2022. I had to think, because 2020, I feel like I lost a year. I really feel like I lost a year. Nansemond in August, thank you, Jersey girl. In August, Manohawk, Manonoc Town, Sulphur. That's where it's going to be? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll try to put that information up there. Thank you, the Jersey girl XO. Always be in the classroom, right? And that's where we're at now, the classroom, right? We used to sit under the trees. The elders would teach. We sit under the feet of the elders, and the elder would have their back to the tree, like a seat. And we all sit in the ground in front of them, right? Yep. He said, yes, ma'am. Moundville is 20 minutes down the road. Peace. Peace to the chat. Okay, thank you. Peace, American. OCOV. See you back. V been on every chat too lately. So I had to sit down for a second and ground myself. I don't have my bonnet on, y'all. I don't have my head wrapped today. Yeah, we got a lot of criticism. So, I don't know. It's not just us to wear bonnets, y'all. I was telling somebody the other day, I see a lot of Caucasian women wearing bonnets out here. They got their bonnets and their pajamas on at Walmart. They got their headscarf on at Walmart. So there's a lot of people who just like to attack melanated women all the time. I'm not saying that's what Monique did, but when Monique said it, there was some people that came out the cut, And I can understand different views if they're just saying, people present yourself better or whatever. But some people were just like really hateful about it. And it's not even about that, right? Not even, not even about it. He said, I love to go to Virginia Powwow. My family is from King and Queen County and Richmond, Virginia, Lee Ward area. Oh, I know, cousin. It's going to be lit. Yeah, so they said a Nansemond one is going to be out there. A lot of people go to the Nansemond. I still haven't been to Nansemond, so I'm going to have to come out. He said, I did some research on the Caddo, and the name of the Wolf Clan is Tasha. Aha, thank you, big fella. You said Tasha is the name of the Wolf Clan, and my ancestors were Wolf Clan too. That's crazy. That is crazy right there. Yeah, my great-grandmother said she's a Wolf Clan on my mother's side, so I'm Wolf Clan, right? You said, I like them gray spandex. I got wait a minute, black spandex. Can you see? I got my workout clothes on, right? Peace, thank you for the super chat. Oh, you got to it. I thought you were at work. So do you know anything about the Magoti campgrounds? Is that in Virginia? If it's not Virginia, I don't know. Virginia has a lot of campgrounds. We have a lot of parks here, right? We have the best, they claim the best national parks and stuff, state parks. You said, I want to sit down and talk with the elders, especially in Charles City. And I have to make my way down to Brunswick County because my mother's side is down there from down the way, and they're Okanichi. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's Okanichi land, cousin. I don't know. The elders, all the elders in Charles City, a lot of them don't move to Richmond. They don't move to Virginia Beach. That's where they move when they get old. They go to Virginia Beach. That's like our Miami, right? You said, I like to go to the Accomack, go in October to Accomack. Yes, please come out to the Accomack Indigenous Indian Council. I'm there every year. Carrie Davis is there every year, right? Gabe Rich is there with me every year. A New Thunder is there with me every year, as well as Chief or the Guardian, Lyron Cyphers. She is there because that's her event. Please come out and support her. She's doing a lot of good things for the community down there. They got their land back, right? They got a trailer out there on the land. They're going to have more things being built. And I believe they're going to be getting back their old reservation. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. So that was me. I was there in Colorado. Oh, cool. Cool. You're in Colorado. Yeah, I'm not sure about that part. You should be able to research it. They usually have information. What I've been doing is going to the park information centers around here and talking with the rangers, and they usually tell me stuff. They actually will go and research things. Some of the videos, I got to put them together because I did one video for, we filmed it for Little Bear's channel, but I haven't put Little Bear stuff together yet. So I'll see if I'll post it on here or post it on Little Bear's channel, because he has his channel, but we haven't put any videos on her yet because he was focusing on school. Yeah, I know your father's side is Chickahominy. That's how we cousins. You're Atkins. Yeah, I know. No, Tahatan. Yep, they go to Virginia Beach. A lot of elders retire in Williamsburg, and for some reason, because it's quieter. Yeah, Williamsburg is nice. See, Virginia Beach is more expensive, What I look like I think I got stung by a mosquito on my lip. That's so weird. Yes, I'm trying to get to the summit in Virginia. Please come out. Please support. It's always fun. We're usually there the whole weekend in that little small town, Cape Charles, Virginia. It's a beach town too, so y'all family can go out to the beaches and stuff when you're not at the summit. And they usually have archery and things like that. Live music is usually a live saxophonist. We had a live drummer before. I think he's the Atkins too, one of our cousins. Yeah, because Phoenix Moon said that was her cousin. So probably my cousin. Probably DeVita cousin, probably your cousin too, Tahatan. So we all connected. We had people from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, but I don't know what counties that they ended up in Georgia around 1800. Yeah, a lot of people from the area migrated down to Georgia. Now, Georgia had the turpentine trees, which are the pine trees. They had the turpentine mills that they were making money off, selling turpentine. I think they used turpentine to be like a paint stripper. It's all different things. Turpentine's a medicine as well. They used to use a lot of turpentine back in the day before we had more advanced technology. I've been trying to find my Sapani clan. A cousin of mine says we're Bear clan, but that's not enough information to say if Eastern Siouans have clans. Yeah, every tribe has clans, even in Africa, even in Europe, Scottish clans, everywhere had clans. That's just your family. Peace, Rick. You used to live in VA Beach? Oh, that's cool. It's really nice. Can anyone go to the powwow? Yeah, the powwow's meant for the community. Anybody can go to powwows, the public ones. Now, some of the tribes have their own personal ones. I went to one of the, y'all, I was about to lose my camera. I went to one of the personal ones for the Cheronaka. They had like a bonfire. That was after the regular powwow. They invited me out because me and Little Bear got there late. So yeah, anybody, it's out, like when I go there and I record it like on Facebook, y'all be like, look at all these Caucasians, all these pale people, but those people are just bystanders. They're not there saying that they're native or indigenous. Okay, so it's for the public. So I posted a couple pictures today, and reposted on Facebook about the Narragansett. And now the Narragansett tribe of New England were the ones who created the modern powwows, these public powwows, so the public can come. What they were doing is they wanted to, basically because they were trying to get some of their land back, or they were trying to keep some of their land at the time, so they wanted to present themselves with a nice public image to the public. So they invited the public to come out and see how the Indians live, right? Now y'all know the Narragansetts look like us, right? I actually have Narragansett ancestry down the line. So the Narragansetts are Algonquin speakers in the northern New England area, Tidewater area. So that's what the powwows are for, basically, so the public can come and see how we live, and they'll see that we're not crazy and savages and all these, because they had these negative images of people in their head. So this is why we have these powwows today. Now today we use it to connect indigenous and native people to each other. People come there, hang out, like people come from all over the country, like for the Shinnecock powwow. They'll come from all over the country just to come hang out with their friends and support the Shinnecocks or whatever. Shinnecocks is the biggest one. Y'all know the Shinnecock look like us, but they're the biggest powwow on the East Coast. Okay. So if you go out to that one, appreciate the super chat. So if you go out to that one, that's the biggest one, right? And Wu-Tang and all the people, rappers and stuff usually show up. I didn't see nothing when we went out there. Me and Phoenix Moon and our cousin Tayana, Lee McQuiller, we went out. And we ain't see Wu-Tang. I was kind of disappointed, but we had fun though. And that's, like I said, that's where I got these from the elder there selling it. He's on Facebook. I'm gonna post his name, Facebook name and stuff. Y'all gotta remind me in the comments what I need to be posting. Y'all know how I get forgetful. You said, I can't make the powwow. I'll be in Alabama on the 19th. Oh, okay. It's got to be some date you can make. And hopefully we'll come to Alabama with the No Grandma Killers tour, because a lot of our folks is in Alabama. Have been asking for us. So hopefully we'll try to get one in Alabama. We'll see. Because we got a whole lot of, we still haven't gone up north. You know, we got to get our people up north in New York and other places, Chicago. So yes, we're gonna be in New Orleans. We're gonna be in Louisiana, New Orleans, or either New Orleans or Baton Rouge. Probably New Orleans, because that's easier. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this for a minute. We do need to come back to Georgia. We sure do. Are members of the Wu-Tang Clan indigenous? Yeah. So over half of the Wu-Tang Clan are Shinnecock. They're Shinnecock. Method Man, he's related to Red Man. They have the same father, and Red Man is Cherokee. Okay. So most of the Wu-Tang is indigenous, and they know it. They always know it. Reza, Jezza, Old Dirty Bastard. Who else? There's somebody else in that crew. Papa Wu, we know Papa Wu is related to him. But somebody else, all of them have the same grandmother, as well as Flavor Flav. They all have the same grandmother, who is Shinnecock. She was born on the Shinnecock Reservation, which people don't know, but they don't ever talk about it. They rarely talk about it. Flavor Flav talked about it before. I think his mother had talked about it. And then him and Reza did a video together where they talked about it. What makes Red Man? His name is Red Man. It's like, duh, he's red. Because his complexion red. Okay, y'all know some people call light-skinned people red. So when people say that light-skinned people wasn't indigenous, it sounds stupid, because y'all call red people red bones, right? There's a whole tribe called the red bones, right? Red, we call light-skinned people red or red man because they look indigenous, okay? So there's dark skin, very dark skin, brown skin, and light skin Indians. I have drawings of ancestors who were just naturally light-skinned before the colonizers. They're not mixed with colonizers. like Coco Esky. She was a light-skinned woman. Sister Tasha, are you related to a tribe called the Madam Musket in North Carolina? The Madam Musket are Algonquin speakers. I don't think I'm directly related to it. I'm still doing my great grandfather line, like I told some of y'all before, because we found out that the man that raised my grandfather was his stepfather, and he had another father who was born on a reservation in North Carolina. So I'm connecting him back to the Tuscarora people and the Wiccacomm people over there. He's a Patterson, so I'm still doing research on it. I don't know if he's related to Madam Musket or not yet, so I'm still working on that. Shalom, my sister Tasha Shi. Your work is valuable, my sister. Thank you. Appreciate you, Drew. Appreciate you. Yeah, let me get moving. Yeah. Flavor Flav is their cousin, right? Yeah, and that's the whole thing. You see how they look. Like they go across the color spectrum. Look at Flavor Flav. His grandmother is Shinnecock. So how can somebody say that everybody's not indigenous? That just sounds insane, right? If Flavor Flav is, then who ain't? That's all I gotta say, right? It's like, if he's not, then who? If Flavor Flav is indigenous with his complexion, then it's like, how can you tell anybody else that they're not? Seriously, that's why you gotta do your genealogy. Somebody would probably tell him he African and this and that. His grandmother born on the reservation. So, I don't know. I don't know what else he got in him, but he definitely Shinnecock, so. They called it a skankert language. What does that mean? What is skankert? Or do you mean standard? I know it's hard to type on these little things. Yeah, so that's why it's important to do your genealogy and ask your elders, right? It's people like that, like people who look like Flavor Flav and don't know, that they might be indigenous. Mama Red, you said, my grandma thinks there is no history to share because she believes there was nothing that was shared with her. Well, I know she is wrong because of all of the words you talk about. Right. Sometimes you gotta talk. You might have to talk to her sister or other family members too, and just do their genealogy. So sometimes, like for me, for instance, when I start doing the genealogy back in the day, that's when the elders start remembering stuff. Even today, I still go to my grandma. She has dementia, but she knows, like she knows the genealogy. She still knows people's address. I could put her in the car and she could take me to somebody's house who lived there 60 years ago. So even if your elders have dementia and stuff like that, they still remember. They still remember who they are. It's crazy, right? Like she might have issues remembering her daughter, like, right? Or her, her cousin or somebody close to her, but then she'll remember stuff from 60 years ago. And she just start randomly talking one day. I was sitting in the kitchen with her before I went to a powwow, and she was just like, oh, I remember that little boy came up to me in elementary school and he asked me, what are you? And she said, I told him, I'm an Indian. That's what she said. I'm like, that grandma, that was 80 years ago. You remember that? That was 80. She remembered. She remembered she was an Indian. All right. You said I was doing some family genealogy and landed in Indian Creek, South Carolina. Well, that's telling you right there, Indian Creek. So what you should do is look up that area. Look up the history of the area. You can contact the Historical Society. Sometimes they can help you too. Years ago, they used to have a powwow at Big Mountain in the DMV. Yeah, they still do. The one time me and my dark-skinned friend went, we wound up leaving because their vibe was racist. Very disappointing. Yeah, I think that's the Monacan. The Monacan tribe. But the Monacan, they have a new chief now. The chief is, from what I heard, is more open to us. Okay, several people have said that they enrolled in the tribe. So, people my complexion and darker. Because I found a line of Robinson born near the Nottoway River. Oh, cool. Yeah, a lot of the Robinsons are related to Pocahontas. They're related. They might have married with the Nottoway, or they just had land over there. But they're related to Pocahontas. So you'll see the boilings and different names in the tree once you go back a little further. Yeah, Shinnecock Indians are from Shinnecock Hills, New York, which is the Hamptons, right? Yeah, and the Hamptons is built on Indian burial grounds. That Shinnecock Hills Country Club, one of the elders at the Powwow told me that they are teeing off on the ancestors. Like they're literally playing golf on people's graves. And they refuse to give it back to the Shinnecock tribe. So they're currently fighting for that. You said, Mama Red, go check out Chaucer's last live about how to deal with family that don't believe we're Indians. Thank you, big fella. Yes, please check out that video too. Make it be easier. Or like I said, send them to my channel. Send them to Phoenix Moon channel. Send them to Curry Mayo, channel. There's a whole bunch of people that you can send them to. Y'all know people who to send it to. I can't remember everybody's name off my head right now. So if I didn't say the name, don't mean don't send them to the channel. Y'all know how to discern things. Yes, we're definitely coming to Cali. We're going to come to Cali with the No Grandma Killers tour. You said, would I ever enroll in a tribe? It depends on the tribe. Like, I have the vibe with them, like the Nottoway and the Chiranaka. I like the vibe of both of those tribes. So if I was ever to enroll, maybe those tribes, I'm not sure. The other Upper Mattaponi were cool too. They really welcomed me in. So yeah, there's some good tribes. I mean, it's up to you, really. It's just now from what I'm doing right now and speaking out, you can't really do a lot of that when you're enrolled because your chief and your elders are your authority figures. So they can be like, nah, we don't want you to do that. You don't want to get disenrolled either. So, oh yeah, Carlin, you are. Yeah, I got to get back to you with your information too. Okay, I didn't forget about you. I just all this stuff piling up. Like I said, I keep getting my stuff hacked in. And just stupid stuff. But yeah, I got your stuff too. Hold on, I can't see. It says, big fella, she knows, but she doesn't want to talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's how some of the elders are. Like, they're traumatized. That's what I was saying in the video, too. People are traumatized. Traumatized. Because you got threatened with jail. You got threatened with your kids being taken away. You got threatened with death if you talk about you're Indian. So people are still traumatized by that. We got our language stripped away, our culture. You couldn't do cultural things. It was banned for a long time. They just opened it up, I think in the 70s, right? So they just allowed people to do practice spirituality. Even coming into the park and doing a drumming circle, that was illegal, How can one help the Shinnecocks get their land back? What would be the steps? You have to talk to them. I think they have a team of lawyers and things. I don't know. I can't say what the elder was saying. The elder who said this was a lawyer, but contact them. There's a couple of people who are Shinnecock that's on social media. I can't pronounce their name. I know what the names is if I see it. I don't want to mess people's names up. But you can contact them. There's a couple of them who are working, who are, part of the political stuff that they got going on, fighting for things. I mean, you can always contact Shinnecock Hills and petition against them for being on that ancestral land, being on top of graves, because that's illegal. It's a felony, right? It's a felony for them to be on a graveyard. So, yep. He said, off subject, I'm loving your hair accessory. Thank you. I'm going to have to put the brother's information in here afterwards. So that's something I got to remember too. It's a Cherokee brother. To Sally, whatever they want to call. You know, y'all know I mess up stuff. To Gali. Cherlagi. That's how you say it. Cherlagi. But it's spelled T-S-A-L-A-G-I, I think. The more research I show my grandmother and say, why didn't you guys talk about being Indian, everyone marrying other Indians? And she said, we knew that's who we were. It wasn't popular to be Indian, right? It wasn't popular. Like I said in the other video, they were like, we just black now. We just colored now. We don't want to talk about it because they remember when they came and took grandpa out of the house and whatever they did to him, right? And like I was saying, those people that they was hanging were the ones that were saying they was Indian. They were the ones who owned the land. They were the business owners, okay? Those were the people that the Klan were rounding up. And that's why people was upset. And that's why they're quiet now. I hear that the people that were on the Marble plantation in Virginia were related to Pocahontas' people. Yes, those are Powhatan. A lot of those plantations, if you go to my other videos too, I talk about it on the Nanzantico video, and I talk about it on the video talking about Leesylvania Park. Those plantations, a lot of them that are now parks, were Indian towns. Okay, the people will come in, especially when the men were off at war or they were off hunting. They would come and kidnap everybody, the men, the women, the elder men, and the children, and they would enslave them. Either they would sell them away or they would keep, especially the children, they would keep, and they would keep them on that land that they turned into a plantation. So they would turn the Indian villages into plantations. Every single one that I've been to, okay, every single plantation that I've been to in Virginia used to be an Indian town. So it's not a coincidence. And I'm pretty sure it's more. There's hundreds of plantations still left in Virginia. There was hundreds that were destroyed during the Civil War, right, and not rebuilt. And I'm pretty sure all of those were Indian villages. Right. Oh, thank you. You like my earrings? The earrings. The medicine wheel. Right, so yeah, we can talk a little bit more. These bugs are tearing me up, y'all. I forgot the sage myself. Y'all know the sage, like I told y'all the other video, the sage keeps the bugs away. It's not just for negative energy. But you see the different colors have different meanings. These are the directions, north, south, east, west. Right, and as you can see too, you see the swastika there. So that's the wind. That represents the universe, this great spirit, spiritual energy. Okay, and in the middle, that's you. Right, so this is representing balance. You trying to create a balanced life for your physical life, your spiritual life, mental life, okay? Mind, body, and soul. That stuff comes from indigenous spirituality, right? I'm pretty sure other spiritualities, like Ayurveda and things like that, have that as well. Yeah, you know they like to steal our stuff because we too humble, right? We don't stand up and talk about our stuff. They know they don't scare our elders half to death. All right, y'all, this road is a little rocky, so I'm trying to walk slow. But yeah, y'all gotta come out in nature, especially it's hot. Go to a park, take your kids to a park, they'll love it. Nowadays the parks have little playgrounds there too, so have them go on a walk. They get bored on the walk with you, then you can take them to the playground, right? So make a day out of it, have a picnic, right? We got tables out there. They have grills, right? You said she's more beautiful in person. Thank you. Thank you. I have wild Indian roots, yep. Wild Indian roots. You heard of Shoshone? I believe the Shoshone are Siouan speakers. You said, do I know about Indians near Mexico and Texas? Shoshone, yeah, Shoshone is down there, Comanche. Right, right. Yeah, those were down there. I think the Caddo were down there as well. And there's one called, I think it's something with a K, but they're still there. They just reassembled their tribe a couple years ago. I think they're actually near Galveston, to be honest. I gotta look it up. But people have posted their pictures before. I think one of my Facebook friends are from that tribe. Yeah. But come out in nature, ground yourself. Exercise your mind, body, and soul out in nature, right? Even your backyard. Some people in the city, they got a backyard. My stuff falling all off. Got this hoodie tied on. I'm going to have to sit down. But yeah, even if you're out in nature and in your backyard, right? You can camp out with your children. You know, it's something simple. I mean, even New York City has parks, like Central Park. So there's a park everywhere. Yeah. Katakana, yeah, that's what it is. Katakana tribe, that's who it was. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot of spiritual stuff here. I kind of got cut off when I was talking about the Nicomo. Some people walked past, so I didn't want them to hear the information. So I'm going to take a seat in a second and go in a little deeper about the Nicomo. I have another video that won't let me edit it. But once I edit it, you're going to hear some more about them on that too. So I had the video about Thanksgiving, right, and the 13 Thanksgivings. And then I have another video just dedicated to 13 Thanksgivings. Oop, let me sit down. So we're going to get more into that. 1 second, y'all. Walking up all these hills and mounds and all these things today. Get my workout on. Yeah, it's a little hot today. NBA. I got my gum because I was like, I don't care. I got my gum. Yeah, I'm about to drink some water. Now, another thing about the woods, it's like a little bit humid too. So you're not going to get that dry heat. It's a little better. But you can see like my hair because the humidity. You see this part is still flat. That's fine. I don't care about fuzz. You said, no, they were from North Carolina, Virginia, and New York. And I live in Tyler currently, and my kid's father and his people from over there. Oh, cool. Cool. So my friend who's from Dallas, her family has been in Texas when it was still Mexico. Wow. Now y'all know some of the Seminoles moved over to Texas too, from Mexico. So they went to Mexico, well, the area that's currently called Mexico. And then they moved up to Texas because they were supposed to get land in Oklahoma and they got screwed over, and you know, that's a whole nother story. Caracana or in Galveston, yes, that's the tribe. Caracana, Caratana, one of those. And the Hayak. See, even that word on a Hayak, that word is that's a Mayan word. You said you love the frizz. Yeah, I have no problem with the frizz. I don't. You said, are most of our tribes related to the Mayan? A lot of them are, especially in eastern woodland tribes. Okay, if you, the Iroquois, the Algonquins, and even some of the Muskogee people. Yeah. It said Texas Indigenous. Cool, cool. Yeah, we're going to be in Galveston, Texas, June 18th through the 20th. Okay, so if y'all want to come out and chill with us, we're going to be on the water, one of the tiki huts. So go to nogrammakillers.com and come out and join us. It's going to be a family affair. Bring the kids. It's going to be kid friendly, all right? Children friendly. We're going to have a lot of fun there. It was the name of the whole empire from South America to Wyoming was called Anahaya. Yeah, because that was Mayan land, right? They try to call it Atlan. That's the Aztec word. They try to call it Atlan now. Oh, you coming out, Kimberly? All right. I hope to see you. 'Cause I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to do any live streaming that time. We might record some stuff, but the live stream has been a headache. It ain't been but a couple people. Yeah, you just got to come out. Just heard your response to Big Mountain. Oh, no problem. Yes, Galveston's going to be fire, right? We're going to have Carter's Creations cooking. They're going to do a special brunch on Sunday, on that Sunday. So that's going to be nice. Yeah, that's what it's about. And that's what they don't want either. They don't want us to come together and connect and have that energy. When we come together and connect like Voltron in person, it's a whole nother. Those of us who've been in these gatherings know. They know the energy. And it kind of gives you a boost. It boosts your own energy, when you're out there with others who think like you, who feel the same way, who are your family. Like a lot of people, every time we have a tour date, we find cousins. Me and Phoenix Moon find cousins. Johnny Aboriginally, I think Johnny's found cousins. And then the people there find out that they're cousins. So it's crazy. Yeah, I connected at least 3 different people to each other. 2, 3, no, probably 4 then. 4 people were connected as family in Philly alone. So it's good to come out and then we can talk about stuff that we can't talk about on here, right? Because it's just us. So, yeah, the ancestors say it's a must, right? The ancestors want us to get together. So they want it to be positive and they want us all to be safe too. So, Mama Red, you said, I really appreciate your channel and you always remind me of things she used to tell me. Your grandma, okay. Yeah, they say I got grandma spirit. I had a grandma spirit because the ancestors telling me to say certain things, right? Yes, it's a family reunion. I hope you can come out, Carlene, so if we come back to Georgia or we come to Alabama. We're probably going to do like, what's the one closest to Atlanta? Probably Birmingham or something, so people from Atlanta could come out too. People at the bottom of Alabama are going to have to drive up, I guess. So like, yeah, Arkansas people can come over as well in that location. You said that's good to know about the sage helping with mosquitoes. Yeah, you're supposed to put that in the grill. You put sage, you put the mesquite, right? Mosquitoes. That's where the word comes from, the mesquite. So mesquite is actually a tree, and the bark or the tree wood from that mesquite tree gets rid of the mosquitoes as well as it cleanses the air. Okay, so a lot of people don't talk about mesquite. And y'all see a lot of the pale people, they're going out right now and they're buying up all the mesquite wood chips to put in their grills. We don't know about it. We just use that plain charcoal, but they're buying up. You go to a lot of these stores. I know around here, I'm in the suburbs, you can't really find mesquite wood chips to put in your grill. So And it gives you a nice flavor too, especially for that barbecue people like. Did I miss something? Yeah, so mesquite, sage helps with the mosquitoes. I think even tobacco. I haven't tried it. You just throw it in the fire. Well, you don't want your burgers tasting like cigarettes. So I would stick to the sage and the mesquite because people would put sage on their barbecue food anyways. Sage and mesquite and things like that. Drew, you said, Sister Tasha, just to add another spice to the stew, I found out that our people are very closely related to the Pacific Islanders, especially the Togans. Yeah, certain tribes are. Certain tribes are, especially on the West Coast, California and things like that. Yeah. But tribes like the Shinnecock, they used to whale over there in the Pacific Islanders. It sounds crazy. Like, how did they get from New York to Hawaii and Pacific Islands? But they used to do it like every couple of years. So you got to really think about it. They act like we didn't go anywhere. So how did they get over there? Right. So they had ships. They had ships, so the large canoes, as the Europeans like to say. But it had to be a ship if they can get from New York to Hawaii, which is, y'all know on a plane how far that is. So they used to go on three-year missions to go over there to hunt whales so they can eat for a long time. So they would kill the whales and salt it and put it on the ship and go back to New York, right? So some of those people share blood. People in New York, the indigenous people, as well as indigenous people in the Pacific Islands and Hawaii share blood. I'm sure the men didn't just go there and read books. They were there with the women, right? They hooked up with the women. I need to chat with someone for advice. Brian Hicks. You can email me at theTashaXi@gmail.com if you need some help. I got to finally get back in my emails, but I'm definitely be able to help. I still got to help other people first, but yeah, I'll eventually get to you to help. Hey, salute T-Tribes. Drews, you said I'm a bushrod and an Underwood from the Carolinas. Oh, the Underwoods are definitely Iroquois people. Definitely. So go back and look at those videos. I have a whole playlist of the surname videos. I'm about to do Virginia again. I'm about to do a more formal one for Virginia. And then I got to get to Alabama. If you go to Phoenix Moon's channel, I think she just did one for a lot of the surnames in Alabama. So y'all can go over there and check it out. You said Europeans built ships. Oh yeah, I didn't say they didn't. How would they get here? But they're trying to say that nobody else. They're trying to act like nobody. Ooh, these dang on bugs. They're trying to act like nobody else built ships, which is not true. So how could the Shinnecock get to Hawaii and get to the Pacific Islands? And we were so primitive over here, right? They're like we were banging stones together. Banging the flint stones, banging flint to stone to make fire. But we were more advanced than them, right? You can just look at Mexico, because they left some of that. You said Moana shows the large ships. Right, they had large ships and we had large ships. Okay. So, Oh, you were answering, no problem. Answering somebody else. No problem. So yeah, it's good that, at least once a month, come out to the park. I would suggest once a week, if, especially now. And especially if you got children that's driving you crazy, take them out to the park. It's going to calm them down. And if they don't calm down by walking in the woods, take them to that playground. Let them get tired so they go sleep in the car. That's what I do. I take a little beer out to the park. I need to take them out today. Yeah. Yabba-da-doo. What language you speak, Lorenzo? Why you make me say that? The pyramids in the cities, it was big, right? Yes, go look up the Aztec towns. I might have to do a video on that so you can see. The Mayan towns, they were just built on top of the old Olmec towns. Okay, they would even tell you. But you know how they try to act like Florence, Italy is so beautiful and advanced with the aqueducts and all that. We had that here before they had it in Italy, okay? Or probably the same time. We had those aqueducts in, you know, those Aztec cities and those Mayan cities too, okay? So they had beautiful towns like Florence over here. They had all these different things. They had restaurants. We had restaurants here. We had barbershops. We had clothing stores, you know, bookstores, because we had books, even though they tried to act like we didn't. We had libraries that they burnt down. We had all these things. The town center, right? You know, town government building for the officials. And all these people had jobs. They would wake up, get on their little boats, and they drive to their jobs in these towns in Mexico, right? Yeah, like Cahokia. Well, I don't think Cahokia had the water, but they had these same buildings. So they try to act like we're so primitive Flintstones, right? And then they try to act like they were the Flintstones, but they didn't exist then. We know that. They weren't here but 6,000 years. And that's their facts. So, but we had even these towns here in the woodlands. They try to make it look like little huts and stuff. But we had town centers. We had things designed a certain way. Like the people in the woodlands were a little bit more focused on spirituality. And a lot of the people left those towns down there with the materialism. It got out of hand at a certain point, right? People were flossing. Y'all saw how they looked on Apocalypto. Well, that's not how they looked, but the jewelry and the elaborate things that the people were wearing. And so, hello, cousin. Hey, Laura T. But yeah, some people wanted to get away with that. So when they migrated up here, they wanted to live the simple life. So we had the town center, right? Then we had a town circle where everybody would gather in the afternoons, you know, just to chill out or to have rituals. You know, they would eat there too, you know, and then they had the town, like I said, the town hall. And that's where people would go to get married and things like that, or have grievances about the laws, because we had laws, we had government, we weren't primitive, right? So they had grievances about something was wrong, you know, maybe a tree fell on somebody's house and they would complain about it, you know, things like that. And then they had their own little towns. It was like little suburbs. The houses look the same. They're all designed in a row. So if you look at a lot of our old towns and you look at the suburbs, how they, you know, designed it in the 60s, they basically just copied, okay, how the things are. So you had the little houses and then you had the community center, the town hall, right? So I know in Virginia we have a whole bunch of these little suburban, what they call communities, that look exactly like that. Okay, so they try to act like people were primitive, but we were before our time. You said I mentioned Alabama. Where y'all gonna be at? Yeah, we're still figuring out all that stuff because we have towns, we have cities to go to that we've been planning before that, but we'll see. We'll see, and yeah. So if you can come out to Galveston, come out. We're gonna have something special for fathers because it's gonna be Father's Day weekend. We're gonna have something special for the fathers. Okay. But yeah, get out to nature. Y'all gonna be it's going to ground you. Like when you're angry and all these things, you need to come to nature to calm yourself. Because I got a little upset yesterday. I need to be out in nature today. My cousin know what I'm talking about. A lot of stuff going on. You said stop by Huntsville. Yeah, we gotta have a big city where the airport. That's the main issue. Where we can easily go to the airport and get places, and everybody don't have to spend a lot of money on renting cars and stuff like that. That's that would be the best option for us. And then later, people can get more advanced and things. Right, loyalty in nature is medicine. That's what I was telling them. And then it's like a lot of nature. There's medicine everywhere too. Like the actual plants are medicine. So when me and Little Bear go out, we're always looking for medicine. You said Hayek, the actress Selma Hayek? No, I think Selma Hayek, she's part Indigenous and she's part Lebanese. So I think the Hayek name is Lebanese. I'm not sure which one it is. But she's like Mexican Indigenous and she's Lebanese. I don't think she has Spanish in her. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm out in Virginia. I'm out in the park. I'm out in Northern Virginia in a park. Andrew something. I can't remember what it's called. But y'all know my battery's running low now. So we're going to close it up soon. Y'all got any questions? I've been on here 91 minutes. If you have any questions, and please share this out, you guys. The sharing is caring, is free, is free. It don't cost you nothing to share the video out. If y'all can start sharing my videos to the groups and stuff that I'm not in, because I'm about to delete a lot of these groups on Facebook and stuff. Y'all can share me to the groups. If y'all can put me on, or put us on, because it's all of us contributing. Put us on Reddit. I don't know how to use Reddit. So the one time that y'all put me on Reddit, that's when my video went like viral. It went like 200,000 views. 200,000 views on that one about the America book. Okay. Yeah, so I really need you guys' help. And I'm still going to do the giveaway. Y'all know I'll be forgetting about stuff. I got so much stuff going on. I'll be trying to do this thing, do that, help this person, help this, that. So it's a lot of stuff going on. So y'all just going to have to nudge me about that giveaway. But I want to give away a book hopefully soon, this week, next week, somewhere around that time. So somebody can, enjoy it for the summer. And just directly send it to you guys through the Prime, through the Amazon Prime. So you're about to go to Jamestown River and work and get some air and meditate. Oh, cool. Jamestown. I was telling somebody, Jamestown, there's going to be a lot of downloads. There's a lot of vortex energy in Jamestown. I mean, I keep saying Jamestown. Jamestown too, but the James River in Richmond. Take this gum out. Yeah, please share. Thank you, American Heiress. Please share. I try to share your videos if I catch it, American Heiress. When I catch them, I do share your videos. Yes, peace, cousin. Let's see. But yeah, sitting by the river, that's some people go by the river at lunchtime. Well, this is lunchtime. But yeah, go by the river and just hearing the water, it's a medicine. Hearing the Sukihana, as they call it. Pow, it's different words they use for water. It's a lot of words because water is God. Water is great spirit in our culture. It's our lifeline. So it's revered highly, right? So I just bought a book, A Great Mystery, Philadelphia. I think there's actually a documentary to go along with that. That's a good documentary. I posted a clip before showing how the Lenape women, they put the stuff in the bag, put it in the bag. They're mad with their husband. They put that stuff out. Yes, they put it out the house. Yes, Suki spelled just like Sukihana the rapper. Well, it doesn't matter. It's transliteration anyways. Yeah, it spells Suki, like Suki on True Blood, or Suki, Suki. Yes. So Sukihana means like the river or something, by the river, water. So Suki means wet, water, stuff like that, right? Like I said, wet, wet. So there's the rain stick, or reason that sound heals, yes, healing sounds. You said a Philly woman, exactly, that's where it's from. The Philly women, right? Lenape women, Philly women, the Indigenous women, the Algonquin women. You should put your stuff out. So if the wife was mad with the husband, she wanted a divorce, and this is after she already went to the clan mother, went to the council. They try to get some type of family therapy for it, and it wasn't working. Then she gonna put your stuff out in a bag, and that's when you know you divorced, right? You got to pick your stuff up and go to your mama and them house. Yes, yeah. So that's the saying, "Suki suki." Yeah, suki suki now, Chantel. Suki suki now. That's where that comes from. That's Algonquin. It means wet, wet. And the old people, they knew what they were saying. They knew what they were saying. Old men be like, "Suki suki now." You said just like today. Yep. That means you was out the house. You're gonna put your stuff out, right? Right. And then the men, if they want, they just don't come home because they go with their other wife. they stay, they go get married to somebody else. They just don't come home, right? The papa was a Rolling Stone. That's his sign of getting divorced. He's like, this is done. I went to 7-Eleven and ain't come back, right? Mhm. Hey, the men could do it too. You can't force a man to stay married. You said the sisters in Detroit do it. Yep. See, Detroit, they got that Shawnee blood and different blood over there. The water to speak right, speak your voice, your spirit, God. It's a whole lot of things dealing with water in our cultures, right? Yeah, dash them away. Dash them like a kati. Y'all so funny. Nothing new under the sun, right? And they try to act like it's something new, and we're so advanced, and we're so ahead of our time. We're so better than the people back in the day, but we're really doing the same stuff. This is just the remix, you know. You said go to the store, get tobacco, don't come back. Go to that trading post. Go to the trading post for tobacco, don't come back. Mm. He said smarter to love the one you with. That's why you got to make a good decision, the ladies, right? Back in the day, it didn't happen as much as it do now because the ladies, even though they were teenagers, they were taught to choose better. Our sisters now, we don't be choosing as good as we should, you know. So back in the day, you were a teenager, you try to get married, the women would try to get married before 19, usually to a guy that was around her age, but they were able to date around and see who was the best for them, who was the best provider, right? In our culture, no other culture really had boyfriends and girlfriends like we did. Okay, and the boyfriend had to prove to himself, right? He got to show that they compatible mentally and stuff, spiritually, right? They believe the same thing, and he had to show that he can provide, right? And that doesn't mean that the women didn't have to do anything, but sort of like a dowry type of thing. He had to bring meat and stuff for her to the family to show that he can do his thing. But the women also had to already be prepared to know how to cook and clean. She had to know how to build the house, right? She had to know a lot of things, right? She got to know. See, everybody knew a little bit of the medicine too, like for cooking. The women had to know a little bit of the medicine. She had to know how to go in the woods and get certain things, sassafras or whatever, to cook with and be able to nourish her family, right? And if she ain't do that, he gonna go to the trading post for tobacco and not come home, right? So it worked both ways. Everybody had to bring something to the table, right? But the women was they were the main people who had the household. So she made the choice of who her husband is and who's going to live in the house with her, right? And if the man had multiple wives, they had their own house. They sure weren't living, no, they weren't living with the first wife. Everybody had their own house. So usually if the men had multiple wives, they didn't live in the same town. It wasn't like they all lived in the house together. And no, the women weren't having all that. So he would have a wife here. He'd go down to Richmond, have a wife down in Fredericksburg or whatever. That's how they did it. So when he came to town, he'd go to his wife's house. That was her. She was the clan, right? And the wife usually either live with herself or she'll live with her mother and grandmother and stuff. But that's how they did it. But most of the time, if the wife is if she is good enough to skilled enough, she'll go build her own house. Right, no sister wives. They weren't living up under themselves. The only instance that happened was like with Chief Powderton, because he had so many wives from far away. Like he was married to over 100 women. Yeah. So people like that, some of the women would live there with the first wife or in his, whatever they called it. It's not a castle, but the long house for a little while. And then once they had their baby, they would go back to their hometown. They built their house and lived there, right? So he would only have the first wife in the house and then the other wives that didn't have children. Once you had a child, you had to leave because it was too much. Can't have the first wife wasn't about to have all these women in here with all these children. As we say in Virginia, we say children. They want to have all them children in there, right? So, yeah, multiple skills. Everybody had to have multiple. You had to have survival skills too. If you go out in the woods looking for herbs or you go out in the woods hunting and you fall down and break your ankle, you're going to have to know how to survive or you're just going to die because there's not going to be no ambulance. It's not going to be a hospital, right? You have to know these basic survival skills, which most of us don't know. So that's another part of the indigenous thing that we need to be learning, the survival skills. And I believe A New Breed, if you go to his channel, he has a lot of survival skill information that's very pertinent to us, right? Trey, you said this is why we must control where we live so we can rebuild and make things better for the youth, right? And we need to be making these community centers, these town centers. He said, right, just fact, right, cousin? If you can hear. It's better. Yeah, it's these stupid headphones. That's what I need to do right now. These Apple headphones are so cheap. Can y'all see them? These are, those are the ones that came with the phone. I don't have this phone for a while, so I need to go get some new ones. I bought some, I try to buy them on Amazon, but they selling these bootlegs on Amazon, so y'all got to be aware about that too. Yeah, we need our own everything. But if we have a central place that people can go in all these cities, I have one in Philly, DC, Have one in Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles, Oakland, different places like that have a community center where we have a sense of community. So we have these things for with the religious groups and stuff, but we don't have it for our culture. So that's something to think about. You said you're still unable to go out the live and come back. Okay. Is it good now, though? Let me know if it's still good. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. We definitely need to do that. That's something else I like about what Kwame Brown is saying now. I really like that he wants to build these community centers everywhere. And it's a great idea. Yeah, trading posts as well in there so we can sell, as business people, we can sell our things there too. Yeah, so it would be something nice. That's, we all got to come together and work on these things. But yeah, that's something Kwame Brown has been talking about. They need it, especially for the youth who can't afford certain things. They can come there. We're going to have like donations bin or something with like shoes and things for the children because the parents can't get it. And a lot of times the parents, they got other stuff that they got to pay for. You got to keep the lights on. You got to do this and that. So they can't just give kids new sneakers every year, especially with these growing children. I know Little Bear is getting big every day, so it's like he's changing shoe size, like 2 shoe sizes a year. So within a year, I gotta get him another shoe size. But yeah, you said Samir Abin Saladin from Atlanta has a book and classes on. All right, I'm back, y'all. The phone died. I was having problems and then the phone died. It's still there? Hmm. Yeah, but I wasn't about this. I was about to close out. I hope you can hear me. I'm looking to get my hands on a school bus and turn it into a mobile home. Yeah, you can just get, like, the mobile homes are pretty cheap now. You can just get one of those. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. You can hear, okay, yeah, it went. I told y'all this dang battery, you know how it gets. Yeah, I couldn't even see the chat, y'all. It froze up. So I'm trying to drive now. Couldn't even see nothing. Yeah, look into the tiny homes. Kwame Brown was talking about that too. I didn't get to watch the interview, but he had a sister on there who she have her own nonprofit where she helps homeless people get into home ownership, and they do it through, and like single mothers and people like that, they do it through the tiny homes. So that could be another thing if people wanted to get their peoples together, get some land. And you gotta check the zoning for that county though, zoning requirements. And you could just build little tiny homes and have a little town center. So, people just go to tiny homes basically to sleep and maybe cook some snacks or, they can cook like the big dinners and things at the town center. I actually seen one of those communities do it that way. Yeah, one of those religious communities had it that way. You said you're an agent in Philadelphia. I hope you're talking about real estate agent. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I have family members that are real estate agents in Virginia. So yeah, I'm not sure how I know they always talk about the zoning for the land and making sure that it has the well digged and for the country folks, stuff like that. But yeah, that's something to think about. If you're just getting clean land, it's better to get the land that has the mineral rights and already has like the wells dug or the electricity set up, because that's going to be extra cost. But if the zoning permits it, like places like New Mexico have a lot of counties, and Arizona has a lot of counties that you can put these tiny towns up, hey, I would go for it. I would go for it. Muskogee. He said, yo, land in Georgia, we can all get acres for $1,000 each. What? Yeah, you know, that's why people got to come together. And people got to be legit. You can't be scamming people and stuff, because that's going to put everybody off trying to connect with each other, right? Maybe if a group of investors come together first, and just put it together, and then the people will come in later and contribute to it, right? Pay their part, maybe pay monthly rent or things like that, and then we have a business set up. So this community that I was talking about, they had a business that the people farmed, and they had stake, they had ownership in the business. So it wasn't like no slavery. They farmed and they worked in the I don't even know where I'm going, y'all. I'm on the other side of I'm on the other side of town. But yeah, they farmed and they worked together, and they used that money to like pay the bills, pay for electricity, pay for water and whatever. Well, now they had the well, so they didn't even have to pay for water. But y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, that's a way you can do it. Have a town business that everybody works at. So certain people, like certain tribes have it. Like I think the Eastern band, certain bands in the Cherokee, they're actually a corporation. So they have businesses that everybody in that nation either works for or has a stake of ownership in. And that's why they get those checks every month. People think that people just get money thrown at them. No, those people that on those enrolled people who are getting checks is from that corporation, from the businesses. So Cherokee Nation, Seneca Nation, some of those nations like that who have they're actually government contractors as well. There's some people in this Northern Virginia area who actually work for their corporation, work for the Seneca Nation Corporation, and work for the Cherokee Nation. So you can find those jobs. I think they're on the U.S. Gov, because it's actually contracting jobs. Yeah, so you can, if you really wanted to. But we could set up stuff like that, you know. Set up stuff like that. I know I'm just rambling right now, but we got to be thinking. Everybody can contribute. Everybody can think of ways to make these things work. And even if you don't live there, people can be a part of it still. Like all of us might not want to move to Arizona or Georgia or wherever. We can still do some type of work. We can work remotely for the business, doing like customer service or something. I'm just thinking. Yeah, all of us have skills. Like y'all working now, instead of working for the pale man, we could be working together, right? Or whoever you're working for. I don't think I ever worked for. I never worked for pale man. I always worked for people of color, or I worked at like a corporate, for like part-time jobs. Yeah, but that's good. And then that's how we work. See, the Pan-Africans ain't doing that. They could have been done all this stuff. Some of the Hebrews tried it, but they wanted people to go to Israel and do all that stuff. We don't want to come off this land. We know this is our land. So we're not going to be doing all that. So try to build communities. You said rambling equals divine channeling. Exactly. That's what I'm doing. Divine channeling. I was just grounded. So when I came out of the woods, this is when I got these ideas. And I was just thinking about what Kwame, because I watched this channel, Kwame Bus Life channel. I'm a big Kwame Brown fan. People who know me in real life know I love me some Kwame Brown from day one. I followed him through high school. So not on no bandwagon, right? Kwame, I still got like the old slam issues of his articles. So, but yeah, I didn't know Kwame was conscious. I didn't know Kwame was doing these good things in the community, because they, in DC, they really tried to tear him down, and even through all that, us DC people who are Wizard fans, we still stuck by Kwame. So they can say all this stuff. Nobody in DC ever hated Kwame. We didn't call him bust. We like, Kwame gonna get better, watch. That's what we would say. He gonna get better, watch. We would keep saying that, but they weren't. Well, we see now they weren't really trying to let him do with his thing. So, what can you say? But yeah, check out his YouTube channel. It's really good. He got a lot of ideas for us. Where am I at? You can go to the store. Yeah, so yeah, he has a lot of ideas for community development and things like that, and that's what we need to be doing. He said, let's connect. Yeah, and that's what we, at the No Grandma Killers tour and things like that, people are talking about doing these things. We have to be connected in person, because we can't really give all of our plans away. I'm just basically talking a blueprint right now and putting out ideas. But we can set up these things, and and that's going to help us with jobs, the issues that we're having with employment. He said Kwame is exhibiting godlike examples, train of thought. Right? Yeah, Kwame is he's very conscious. He's on it. Right? He knows he a Geechee. Right? He talk about not grandma's, mama's cooking. We're gonna call it grandma cooking over here. Talk about mama's cooking. Yeah, so he's a Geechee. He's in touch with this information as well. Yeah, so yeah, we got to be coming together as a community. That's how you be strengthened. I've seen that. You see that with religion. No, not hip hop Kwame. Kwame Brown, #1 pick in the 2001 draft. It's either 2001, 2002 draft. I can't remember exactly. I'm a big fan, but I'm coming out of the sun and stuff. Okay, but yeah, it's good to have people like him speaking up, and he's talking about a lot of stuff that we've been talking about these people, and y'all know who they are, the B word, who look like us, who claim to be skin folk, but they're not kinfolk, who've been out here basically blocking us and keeping us from doing a lot of these things. So it's good to see a man not scared and out here talking about it, because a lot of our men are scared to do that. Of course, because they have to provide for their family and other things. They can't just take a lot of the risks. Like some of the women, we can run our mouths and things like that, but a lot of the men can't do that because they have people behind, people that they've got to take care of. So I understand that. You can't just be like, oh, the men's scared. No, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. But it's good to see people like Kwame as an oh shit. I'm trying to park and I'm on this phone. It's good to see people like Kwame who are putting that example out there. Right. I don't know how I parked though. So yeah, check out Kwame Brown. Bust life, like a bust life on YouTube. It's like mama's cooking in here, right? He said yes. He said to never call him an African American period, right? He said he's American. He's a Geechee. He ain't no African American. If you guys are serious, get in on the conference call every Monday at Friday 8 p.m. Which conference call is that? Okay, so he put out the link for y'all, so you can come back and check the comments. Come back and put the link in. Once the video is ended, you can come back and put it in the comment section, because they might not be able to click the link sometimes in the chat. So You want people to connect with you. You're welcome to do that. Yeah, so we gotta be thinking about things. People gotta, people gotta be doing different things, and doing their part. You can't just be like, oh, I don't like them, so I don't want them to do this and that. No, they need to do what they could doing over there. We need to do what we're doing over here. Everybody need to be doing something. Now, everybody's not going to be a leader, or not going to be, or not even care to do a lot of these things, but they have their own contribution. Everybody's important, and that's that's like the medicine wheel. We're all one. We're all connected, so we got to be acting as one, right? Yeah, within our communities. So y'all see other people do. We see the Koreans do it. We see the Chinese do it. People from India, they're doing it, right? We saw the Germans in the past come here and do it. Different groups, they stick together and they work as a unit, and that's how they get ahead. We're all over the place. We hating people's, people killing each other, fighting each other. I mean, everybody's not going to get along. That's what I'm saying. We got to have different groups doing their thing, right? You can't have the Bloods and Crips in the same group. Plus, might have the community center. Crips might have the community garden, but they're contributing. Yeah, you watch this channel now. Yeah, Kwame's been around, like I said, since 2001. I believe I've been following him since 2000. When he was playing in Brunswick, Georgia, playing basketball. And I was like, he's going to get picked high. He's going to pick. I didn't know he was going to get picked #1 pick. That was crazy. That was crazy watching that draft. But I used to tell everybody about him. Right. Me and my brother used to be big basketball fans. We used to follow the high school basketball scouts and stuff. They used to have all these blogs that we used to follow and stuff. And yeah, that was back when DeJuan Wagner was in there. They used to follow LeBron and Carmelo, those people, and the camps, Reebok's camps and stuff. Yeah, but you don't got to be a basketball fan to follow Kwame now. He doesn't play basketball anymore. He's more into the community, speaking out against people, that have been running amok in the community, disrespecting our brothers a lot. You see that with sports. So he called out a lot of those people like Stephen A. and them. I stopped watching those channels because of people like that. It was so just negative every day. I don't want to see people getting teared down, You just want to see the highlights. So I just stopped watching it. You can go on YouTube and stuff and watch the highlights. Seriously. But yeah, it's all about us coming together, getting these communities together, right? And that's another reason why we have the No Grandma Killers tour. We're bringing our ancestry together and bringing our community together in one, right? So that's how we do it. Hey, Alpha Wolf, Alito. We have to build our own stuff. Exactly. All these abandoned buildings, and empty lots. Exactly. So people, like in certain areas, I know Philly's doing it, New Jersey, Baltimore, people are buying the block up, right? So they're buying the block up, and then they're renovating a lot of these abandoned buildings so that people can purchase. Now, the thing about that the only issue I have with it, it's not really an issue, but it is an issue, is that they're doing this, they're buying up the block, they're renovating just so that it will be gentrified, and it's not giving the opportunity to the people in that community to repurchase these homes, or even other melanated people who want to live in that neighborhood. That's my only thing. But the good thing about the gentrification is it is taking a lot of the violence out of those areas. So that is a good thing. It's making it cleaner, because y'all know pale people not going to play. They're not going to have violence. They're not going to have dirty streets like some of our neighborhoods. So that's a good thing about that too. And it's bringing some of the young professionals back to the city, because a lot of the professionals went to the suburbs because they didn't want to be around the violence. Of course you don't. You're working hard. You're making all this money. You don't have to worry about somebody breaking into your car and your house and stuff. You said Tasha is bringing chill vibes, bringing the true feminine power, all about healing. Thank you. That's what I'm doing. That's what the ancestors want us to do. I have to bring a balance because we have so much masculine energy that's not directed in a good way. Now, there's brothers like Carameo who have good energy that is grounded. Brothers like A New Breed. There's a whole bunch of Wanagi. They have a good, calm, masculine energy. There's a whole bunch. I can't remember everybody, so if I didn't say your name, it's not a diss. But yeah, I'm just using those people as examples on YouTube who have a good masculine energy. Kwame Brown, like I said, is a good masculine energy. We have to have balance in America. Period. Through all the different groups of people, there's not enough balance. Everything is chaos. A lot of chaos. It's moving out of the solar plex power into the heart. Right. Yeah, I'm all about the heart chakra. Like since I was like 12, I had all these the quartz, the rose quartz crystals. That's why I have this energy. I'm sleeping with rose quartz right beside my bed. I didn't even know what it really meant. So, but it's worked out, right? So let's go back and look. Yeah, you don't want to waste time. It's about balance. Yeah, like I said, balance is medicine. This is balance. This represents balance. It's a medicine. Too much of anything is bad. It's toxic, right? Drink too much of water, you can die of water poisoning. So you want too much of that suki now. Yeah, water. You said you're sitting at your desk with yours now. Good. The stuff on Real Housewife was illegal and part of South America, and not that long ago. Oh, what happened with the Housewives? See, I haven't even watched that because I need balance. He said, yeah, it's not good for your psyche watching drama and hate, watching your own people tear each other down. Exactly. It's not productive and it's not anything for nobody. And it's a distraction. Yeah, I can't watch all. I stopped watching Housewives too, y'all. I might catch one here or there. No, if my aunt or my mom or somebody watching it, I just can't just watch drama. If I do watch one of those shows, I have to binge watch it. And then I cleanse after that. I cleanse before and after. Because you don't want that negative energy on you, Yeah, the ratchetness. Now, sometimes ratchetness is valid. Sometimes you got to get ratchet. But you need the balance, right? Yeah, it does bring your vibe down. The show gives you anxiety. Yeah, it started giving me anxiety too. I can't watch a lot of that. Even like ID channel, those things people enjoy. A lot of people crazy who watch that every day. Some people watch that every day, all day. I just can't do it. Love and hip hop, nope. After a couple seasons, I can't do it. I used to watch for Jocelyn because she's petty. I like the petty. She's crazy and petty. And certain people, I like to watch it. And when Cardi B was on there, it was funny. Right, she was petty too. Like she had her personality. But I can't do it. Not all day. Like Love and Hip Hop Miami, I have to binge watch it. I'll binge watch it because I like Trina. And sometimes that's less violence. That's one of the less violence ones. I don't think they even really have fights on that one. Suki Hana, when she was on there, I think she snatched somebody's wig off. I can't watch it everything. You said the crime will drop once jobs and entrepreneur opportunities with adequate city budget funding is available. Right. That's why you got to get in those the HUD sections, the HUD Section 8 programs and all that stuff. The HUD Section 3, I'm sorry. To bring a lot of the community jobs and businesses back to the area. Yeah, so you could use that too, the HUD programs, to help with these communities that I was talking about, even in the country. They to have programs. Yeah, just I'm an inspiration. Y'all are so kind today. I really appreciate y'all. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just being myself. You see, I've been consistently myself over the years and just bringing what I bring to the table. I don't have to be doing what everybody else is doing, right? Just my laid back self. I'm a laid back Leo. The lions that graze in the grass. I'm not the ones that like to bite people all the time. Yeah, you said since being subscribed, you've been nothing but enlightenment. Good. I'm happy to help you guys. It's really you sparking, right? I'm just a spark. Y'all the ones catching fire, right? In your own brain. Your ancestors connecting with it too. So, yeah, I'm just bringing what I can bring. Yeah. What are you, a Gemini? Yeah, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo sun. But yeah, let me go. I'm about to go in the store. I'm at the grocery store now. Oh, it's 3 o'clock already, y'all? It's almost 3 o'clock. All right, well, yeah, let me go. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, y'all get together, get your things in order, and in the Powhatan language to say goodbye.